I can officially say good afternoon and welcome back to Palmasola Park here in Bradenton, Florida. Day 2 of the FGCL summer season and game 2 of this series between the South Bradenton Skeeters and the Bradenton Slice. Yesterday, a really fun back and forth affair. Key hits, big time pitches, strikeouts galore. And then the Slice put a 5 spot up late to win 10-5 in game 1. And now we get ready for game 2 from here at Palmasola. The Skeeters, the away team, as they will be this entire series, which ends today. And the Slice will be the home team. So we will give you the starting lineup first for Morgan Kostler and the South Bradenton Skeeters. 0-1 on the summer. Ava Castillo, the center fielder, will lead off with Kate Westmiller, the right fielder, batting second. Avery Miller, back-to-back Longwood Lancers, the extra hitters in the 3 spot. Lindsay Chadwick, first base, cleaning up. Annalisa Weinbarger is catching, batting fifth. Alexa Muller, shortstop, in the 6th spot. 7 hole, occupied by Tegan Riley, the third baseman. Brooke Steinhorst, the pitcher for the Skeeters, bats 8th. Avery Barton, left field in the 9 spot. Adelaide Hawk, second base, turning things over in the 10 hole. And facing in the circle, Caitlin Nesbitt, incoming freshman, going to Liberty. Initially was committed to Duke, but actually in the last couple weeks switched up her commitment, now going to Liberty to play for Dr. Dot Richardson. Incoming freshman out of Dublin, Georgia. Gray Robertson here, SEC Network Plus, Softball America, Crimson Tide Sports Network, and 6 years with the FGCL. Here on the call with you on Field 1. And the first pitch is a ball. And we're off and running. Producer, scorekeeper, sandwich eater, Gracie Ashley off to my right. And Ava Castillo starting things off for the Skeeters. Cut on and missed. 1-1. Castillo, game 1 yesterday, 0 for 4 with a strikeout and a run. Freshman last year. For New Mexico. Mansfield, Texas native. Now a miss is inside. So 3-1 now. Oh, and Castillo. As per usual, if you've ever heard one of my broadcasts, I want to hear from you, dear people at home. Ball 4. Castillo draws the walk. So here's how you do it. You get on that app, X or Twitter. Whether you've updated it or not is up to you. And you can tweet me at Gray, Gray_Robertson. We will shout you out. We will mention you. We will read your name on the air. Let us know where you're watching, who you're watching, and if there's any topics you want us to discuss on the show. Because I'll bring it up. I'm not afraid. Kate Westmiller, ground ball over to third. The throw is in time. And there's one down as the runner moves to second base. Here's the Slice defense. Third base, well, we'll start in the outfield. I don't know why I was starting at third. Gardner in left, Shaw in center, Lamar in right. Third base, Gingrich. Over at short is Molitor. Dodge at second, Shaver at first. Brinkman behind the dish. Catching ball 1 to Avery Miller. Miller out of Longwood. Sophomore last year from Alexandria, Virginia. Fouls that one off. Game 1, Miller had a good day. Was 1 for 1 with an RBI, a double, 2 walks, runs scored. And also went to Alexandria City High School, which was the Remember the Titans high school and is across the street from the rival high school of my high school. How many times did I just say high school in that sentence? I went to Woodbury. Across the street from where Avery went to school is Episcopal, which is where she said her mom works. So Avery's mom, if you're watching, go Tigers. I don't know if I want to start a beef on Twitter. That's outside for a ball. Also, Avery told us she was a mascot, a literal mascot at her high school, which is kind of awesome. Fouled away. Because I remember once I did a college sports trivia event at the Final Four back in 2012, and one of the trivia questions was how many pounds of sweat do college mascots lose during games? And it was like 10 to 15 pounds of sweat. It's crazy. So it gets so hot, especially during football season. Miller striped out to center. The green light is on, and then the stop sign comes up late. Castillo had to retreat. They're on the corners with one out for the Skeeters as they try and even up this series. Late stop sign came from the head coach Morgan Kostler. Back yet again. Tossing the Evo shield right under the camera. Leading the way for the Skeeters. Here's Lindsey Chadwick. Jacksonville Dolphin. Jam job foul. Junior last year out of Tampa, Florida. 0 for 2 with a strikeout in game 1 of this 2-game series. Nice stop by Nesbitt. The throw to second will get 1. Chance for 2. Got her. Oh, it was a slow developing play. But the double play does indeed end the inning. And the run does not score. Does score? We'll last down real quick. Yeah. So, we go to the bottom of the first. In this scoreless ball game, double play turned by the Slice. And their bats will come up for the first time in seconds. All right, I said seconds. Here we go. To the bottom of the first. Here's the starting lineup for Brittany Purser's Bradenton Slice. 1-0 on the summer. Couple changes on an offense that might be, I think, in contention for best in the league. Kylie Shaw, the center fielder, leads off. Emma Brinkman, the catcher's in the 2 spot today. Ella Dodge at second base, batting third. Believe her family's here. Saw some Lady Vol hats. I have to assume that's the Dodge family. Layla Lamar, right field in the cleanup spot with Lexi Shaver, the first baseman, batting fifth. Grace Molitor is hitting sixth. She's the shortstop. Sydney Watts, the extra hitter today, bats seventh. Brittany Gingrich in the 8th spot, playing third. Pitcher Caitlin Nesbitt is batting ninth. Riley Gardner, the left fielder, will bat 10th. And they will face in the circle Brooke Steinhorst out of Madison. First pitch to Kylie Shaw misses. Steinhorst, a sophomore last year for Madison, out of Poynette, Wisconsin. Went to Madison College because she always wanted to go there and then move on to University of Wisconsin in Madison. Favorite TV show, Scooby-Doo. Steinhorst yesterday went an inning, 5 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 1 walk, no Ks. Did take the loss. Beautiful. Shaw. Stunning bunt. The newest Auburn Tiger is aboard. And the Slice in business here in the bottom of the first. Callie Shaw transferred from Florida to Auburn. The feeling Chris and Kate Malveaux will enjoy utilizing her in the lineup. It's one of the studs from yesterday. Emma Brinkman steps in. Formerly of Kennesaw State, looking for a new home. Emma Brinkman yesterday was 3 for 3 with 3 doubles, 4 runs driven in, and a run scored. And she stripes that to left. She's been perfect this summer. 2 on, nobody out for the slice here in the first. I'll bring up the Tennessee Lady Vol, Ella Dodge, redshirt freshman last year from right here in Bradenton. Helped Tennessee on the way to the Women's College World Series and on that great run in OKC. Ball 1 to Ella. Played with the slice last year as well, and just was so consistent for Tennessee in the postseason. Slow roller to second base. There's one play, it'll be made. Both runners move up, 1 down. Defense for the Skeeters before anything else happens. Left field, Barton, Castillo in center, Westmiller in right. Riley at third, Muller at short. Second base has Hawk, first base, with Chadwick behind the dishes, Weinbarger. And a first pitch ball to Layla Lamar, who had one of the very few home runs on opening day, was 1 for 3 with that bomb and a run scored. Also in the portal right now after her freshman year at Florida. Cary, North Carolina native, the daughter of Duke head coach Marissa Young, who was a pretty good pitcher in her college days. I say tongue-in-cheek, you know, just 3-time All-American, back-to-back Big Ten Player of the Year. That'll get away, and Shaw is way too quick. Run will come in for the slice. 1-0 here in the first. So 2-1 for Lamar, 1-0 slice. Steinhorst just saw that one scoop away from Weinbarger. Called strike, 2-2. We got our first tweet. I said I would read them, and I will. Holly Castillo, beautiful day for some softball. Texas mom here at the park today for some live action. Hello, Holly. Glad you're here. Love to meet you after. Layla Lamar. My gosh. See you later. 2-run jack, her second homer of the summer. It's 3-0 slice. That one was just destroyed. And again, this is not necessarily a hitter's park. We're not quite sure how deep the fences are, but they feel kind of deep. And also the wind has been blowing in since we got here. But Lamar just smoked it. And she is in the portal, coaches. First pitch ball to Kennesaw State Owl and intern Lexi Shaver. You probably saw her on the gram interviewing some of the players of the game. Sophomore last year out of Utah. Started her career at Salt Lake Community College, and I'll tell you what, could have interviewed herself. Was 2 for 2 with a walk and 3 runs in game 1. That's high, 2-1. Oh, wow. The swing and bunt. Well played by Weinbarger to get the out. 2 down. Now Grace Molitor The Sun Devil from Arizona State. Sends that into the sun and possibly out of the yard. Another home run for the Slice in the first inning. Solo Jack Grace Molitor. 4-0 here in the first. The power showing up here in our second game of the triple-header. Time called as Morgan Kostler comes out to have a word with Steinhorst. Telling you what, this Slice offense, especially the way some of these folks at the top half of the order are swinging it, they are a contender. And by the way, doing all of this with Ella Dodge hitless to start the summer, and trust me, that will not last long. Slice are going to be a problem in the FGCL here in 2025. Sidney Watts, first pitch attack. This one is on the infield and caught. 2 in the inning after Hawk settled under it, but a big inning. 4 runs in. And we go to the second. Slice with a commanding lead. Nesbitt coming out in the circle when we come back. Skeeters will look for an answer here in the second with 5, 6, 7 due up. Weinbarger, Muller, Riley against Caitlin Nesbitt. Give you a little view around the park during the break. Gray Robertson, Gracie Ashley, if you're tuning in, love to hear from you. At Gray, Gray_Robertson on Twitter. And Lisa Weinbarger starts off taking strike 1. Ada Winthrop, back in the FGCL. Had a home run yesterday, 1 for 4. Redshirt junior last year. Started her career at Coastal Carolina. Then transferred to Winthrop. Ground ball, shortstop, absolutely soaked up over there by Molitor. Is having quite the start to her game, 1 down. Scoreboard update over on the other field. They are in the third, 4-0 Queens over the Impact. The Harvard Crimson product, Alexa Muller, takes first pitch ball. Muller 1 for 4 with a couple Ks in game 1. That'll head foul, 1-1. Out of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, went to Oxbridge Academy of the Palm Beaches, which sounds just luxurious. I would love that. Had a great year for Harvard. Hit 368, 20 RBIs. When picking up as Nesbitt misses low and away, 2-1. Mocs have arrived with a giant speaker. Playing, I believe, is that 303? I'm not sure. Well, I know the count. The count is 3-1. I'm trying to guess the band who sings that song.
I have no clue.
And because the count was 3-1, that's ball 4. Alexa Muller heads to first base. Opportunity for Tegan Riley, who had one plate appearance yesterday and walked. The Lynn athlete out of Tampa, Florida, which is obviously nearby. Sophomore last year for Lynn. Back to the circle. Nesbitt. There's one. Another double play by the Slice. Second time the Slice has turned an inning-ending twin killing. Boy, when we get to award season, Defensive Player of the Year might be entire Slice infield. We go to the bottom of the second, 4-0. All right, we found out the Mocs were playing David Guetta. David Guetta. So if you had that on your bingo card, a David Guetta mention, congratulations. We go to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the order due up for the Slice. They've got a 4-run lead. It's Gingrich, Nesbitt, and Gardner, 8, 9, 10. And you see Brittany Purser crossing right in front of the home plate camera and heading over in the view of the third base camera. And the first pitch misses into Brittany Gingrich. Back to Brittany for a moment, the head coach at Walter State. Previously spent time as the assistant at St. John's River State, played at North Florida and Lynn. Now 1-1 count on Brittany Gingrich. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run in game 1. Gingrich out of Lees McRae College, freshman last year. She's currently looking for a new home in the portal. And also told us she got her rib taken out. I did not ask when. Probably should have. She got her rib taken out and then they took it home and airport security had questions. That hit her on the arm and on a 1-2 pitch. That's not what you want. Base runner for the Slice. Here to lead off the second. I will follow up with more thoughts about the rib airport security story next time Brittany's up. Pitcher trying to help herself out. Caitlin Nesbitt. She'll take ball 1. 3-1 on Nesbitt. 1 for 3 with a run in game 1. I apologize for a brief moment of silence. I'm trying to see if there's some breaking-ish news in softball. I was told something by somebody from ESPN. We'll see. Oh, Nesbitt, hot shot off of Steinhorst, and everybody will be safe. Single for Caitlin Nesbitt, just right off of Brooke Steinhorst, who says she's fine. But everybody will check just to make sure. So Riley Gardner, trying to turn the lineup over in the 10 spot. That just missed the camera. 0-1 on Riley. Back in the FGCL, 0-4-3, I should say, this summer. Portaling from Minnesota, great kid. I've really enjoyed getting to know her the last few years. Got out of the way of that one. And it got all the way to the backstop. Wild pitch will move both runners forward. Dyersville, Iowa native. Started her career at Illinois State. It's a really good block by Weinbarger, 2-1. Want to shout out all the catchers in this league. It is not easy. There are not many catchers on the rosters, and you've got to catch a lot of different staffs and a lot of people you've met 48 hours ago. It's not easy, and you're calling pitches. So the catchers all deserve a lot of credit for the work they put in the summer leagues. Ball 4, they're loaded for the top of the order. Danger time as Weinbarger comes out with Kylie Shaw. Singled and scored in the first. She is now, as I do quick math, 4 for 5 here this summer. I have nothing to report, by the way, but if I do have something to report, I'm waiting on multiple confirmations. I will let you know. Kylie Shaw. First pitch to left. This will definitely get one in. Good tag up by Gingrich to come in to score. Sack fly for Shaw. It's 5-0 Slice. And every runner moved up. So Emma Brinkman, who's been a hit machine, steps in with an RBI chance. Brinkman singled and scored in the first. A perfect 4 for 4 here this summer. Brinkman, has she done it again? Over the head of a left fielder. Good gracious. Barton couldn't find it. 2 runs will score. 7-0 Slice on the 4th double this summer for Emma Brinkman. And now she's got 6 RBIs. And a pitching change incoming for the Skeeters. We'll tell you about the new hurler when we come back. 7-0 Slice, 1 out, runner on second. Well, after the fourth double in 24 hours for Emma Brinkman, 7-0 slice over the Skeeters, and a new pitcher in the ballgame, Miranda Gill, coming in for Steinhorst. First batter she faces is Ella Dodge, who takes the ball. Give you the bio on Miranda Gill out of Weber. Sophomore last year from Sarasota, Florida. Comes in for Steinhorst, who went an inning and a third, 6 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 1 walk, no Ks. Responsible for Brinkman on second. And now Brinkman is caught in a rundown, and she's safe. So everything's fine. 2-1. Now Dodge fouls that off. Is my car okay? 2-2. Car's okay. I think. I don't know. Gracie is actually getting up to check. 2-2 on Dodge. Another foul ball. See Dodge trying to make the adjustment. She was early a lot yesterday, and honestly, I get it. I mean, she's coming from the Women's College World Series, where you're seeing 70 plus. Having to adjust a little bit to the high 50s, low 60s that she's seeing here in the early going this summer. She waits there and sends it to left, and on the run to make the catch is Barton. Dodge saw it deep, but Barton ranged over to make a nice snare for the second out. And to Layla Lamar, who's already got a homer today. 2-run shot in the first. That is straight up the chute. Where is it? There it is. Caught at third in foul ground. Side retired. But 3 runs in for the slice, and we've played 2 going to the third here on field 1. We've played 2 7-0 slice. Can the Skeeters start mounting a rally and a comeback? It was a straight sub, so Miranda Gill will lead off. 8, 9, 10 due up here in the third. Gill, Barton, and Hawk against Caitlin Nesbitt. Boy, I'm loving some of the juice on these pitches. Just there's a little extra kind of velocity. I don't know. There's just a little run. It's a nice pitch. I like what I'm seeing from Nesbitt. 2-1. Keeping it low in the zone, too. That's why she's been able to get a couple of those double plays on the ground. Gill did not hit in the opener. She rolls that to third. Handled by Gingrich for the first out. Avery Barton takes strike one. Nice pitch in her half. Barton out of Mercer from former pitching coach Courtney Gettins used to call him De Beers. She's from New Zealand. Oh, just got right through the small window in the 5-6 hole. Nice piece of hitting by Avery Barton. Her first base hit of the summer. And a runner aboard for the Skeeters to bring up Adelaide Hawk. Hawk out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Freshman last year for New Mexico. First pitch attack fouled off. Comes from a very athletic family. And I need to talk to Adelaide about some of my favorite places to eat in OKC. So that one scoots back. Barton will move forward on the wild pitch. I've been to Oklahoma City for the World Series every year. They've held it since 2019. Some with Alabama, some with Softball America. And we've just found, I mean, Cattleman's obviously is a staple, but I have found some restaurants that have just blown me away in OKC. Plus, the piano bar is always great, too. Over to short. Quick look back. And the throw is dropped. Now both runners will move ahead 60 feet. Shaver couldn't field it cleanly. That'll be a muff throw. And an E3 to put 2 in scoring position with 1 out. For the top of the order. David Castillo walked in the first. That bunt ricocheted off of her and is a strike 0-1. Like the idea, though. Test the slice defense. They've looked really strong, but just committed an error, and not sure anyone's worked on their squeeze play defense yet. That came in and hit her. They're loaded. Castillo wears it. Ooh. No, they said it hit the bat, but I'm pretty sure that hit the arm. I said knob of the bat. Let's see if Kostler decides to challenge this. So while we take a gander, please hold. Gracie? Let's take a look at the clip. So after further review, it is a hit by pitch. Indisputable evidence I hit the Evo shield. Just made a loud sound, so acoustically fooling. But the hit by pitch loads the bases for Kate Westmiller, who grounded out in the first inning. 1 out, bases loaded, 7-0 slice. Skeeters trying to make a dent. Outside ball 1. Westmiller was 1 for 3 in game 1. Nice, 1-1. So it is the one challenge Kostler has. I think it's the right time to use it, but she does not get it back. It can be, I believe we said, did we say we could do umpire initiated or no? Just challenge? I think just challenge. So that's it. Nesbitt missed her spot, but I'll tell you what, it almost leaked back over the zone. 2-2. Foul. I'll tell you what I'm going to make sure I do the next time as well. Because we TV folk are given very specific language about what to say. So I'll make sure I use either changed or upheld. Instead of just being like, it was a hit by pitch. Never been Birmingham before, based on some of the calls this year. Not sure I want to be. 2-2, full count. Nowhere to put her. Foul tipped into the glove. Strike 3. Nesbitt gets the K. But they're still loaded for Avery Miller, who has been impossible to get out so far this summer. Singled in the first. Now 2 for 2 with a couple walks for the Skeeters. And this is why she's up in the 3-hole today. You've got Barton on third, Hawk on second, Castillo on first after the overturn on the review. It's a nice stop by Brinkman to keep that alive. But 2-0 now. If Miller's going to go hunting, this is the time. Called strike. That is a really good spot. Low, away, right on the edge of the plate. 2-1. Runners everywhere for the Skeeters. 2-2. Ooh, full count. Brinkman was like, I dare you, Avery Barton. Come in. Bases loaded, 2 outs, full count. ball 4. Yet again, Avery Miller reaches, and the Skeeters are on the board with the RBI walk. And Brittany Purser will run out to have a word with Nesbitt after a very taxing couple ABs. Remember, coming up after this, scheduled for 2:30 Eastern, we hope we'll be somewhat close to that. It will be Mox and Squeeze, two of the teams I think a lot of people think will contend for the title. But the Squeeze made a statement yesterday, an 8-0 run rule victory over the River Mox. And Lindsay Chadwick, who hit into that double play in the first inning, will get her bases loaded moment here in the third. A reminder to all of you watching, I see the numbers, I know you're out there. You can tweet me at Gray, Gray_Robertson. I do want you to, so hit me up, we'll shout you out. We've already heard from Holly Castillo. I'm sure others are here watching or listening. Let us know where you are. We'll mention you. That is away from Brinkman, and this time Hawk will come in to score. It went the other direction, and even with a slight hesitation, Hawk came in. 7-2 slice now after the wild pitch. And ball 1 to Chadwick. And remember, these runs are unearned because of that error that allowed Hawk to reach. But I'm liking the fight from the Skeeters. It was a tough couple innings. They're making a dent now. Got to be pleasing to Morgan Kostler in the third base coaching box. Standing right next to Ava Castillo, who awaits her chance to run home. And if you walk Chadwick, Weinbarger, the home run hitter from yesterday, is waiting on deck with the bases loaded, by the way, should Chadwick reach. And she will squeak it through. Stopped at second. Now the throw home will hose the runner. Miller tried it. Good recovery at second base by Ella Dodge, and Skeeters had a chance for even more. They got 3 runs in, but the inning ends and we go to the bottom of the third, 7-3 slice. So the slice will try and answer after a 3 spot by the Skeeters, and they'll have 5, 6, 7 due up. Shaver, Molitor, Watts. Let's see, Shaver ground out in the first on that kind of cue ball swinging bunt. Facing Miranda Gill for the first time and taking ball 1. Wind still blowing in. More of a breeze than a wind. It's very nice, though. Got the windows open here in the press box. You got Shaver hitting it to third. Throw to first in time. 1 down. Someone is entering the press box. As Grace Molitor enters the batter's box. Oh, it's Chloe Evans, the head coach for the River Mocs. Oh my gosh. Strike one to Grace Molitor. Thank you, Chloe. I must go on camera at some point. Molitor, solo homer in the first inning. Out in front there, 0-2. It's outside, 1-2. So we got Squeeze and Mox coming up. Chloe Evans has gifted me some shades to help with the press box swag and drip, as the kids say. Oh my. I feel awesome. The 2-2. It's outside, full count on Molitor. Look, I'm not above bribery. You bring me gifts, you bring me food, probably say even nicer things about your team. Payoff to Molitor. Waited, sent to left, and gone! Second homer of the game, Grace Molitor. And a nice response by the slice. 8-3 your score here in the bottom of the third. Man, and that was on and off speed too. Just waited on it, absolutely barreled, and now, again, on a weekend where there have not been a lot of long balls, 2 slice players have 2 home runs already. Sydney Watts, first pitch foul. Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket, who had the go-ahead RBI in game 1. That one low, 1-1. She popped out in the first inning. That one taken low, 2-1. Time called as the ball comes in, 2-2. Waits, almost caught at third. Muller with the recovery, and it's beat out by Watts. Riley made a great effort. That'll be an infield single for Watts. You only get one. Yep, only one. Is she going to pitch today? No, she is a pitcher. Yes, you can. As I talk about rules on a hot mic. So, yeah, Watts is going to get a courtesy runner. Yep, you only get one challenge, whether you get it right or not. You do get 2 in the postseason. Sorry, Annalisa. You do get 2 in the postseason. Infield single for Watts, and now Molitor will run for at first base. Gingrich. Oh, beautifully executed. Muller was coming over to potentially cover second base. Miscommunication, back-to-back singles for the slice. Make sure I got the base runners up there. So it's 8-3, 2 on, 1 out Caitlin Nesbitt, who singled and scored in the second inning. Off the end of the bat for strike one. Slow roller, Muller to first. Out recorded, both runners move up. And here's Riley Gardner. Walked and scored, went after it with the bunt, but missed, 0-1. That walk and run was in the second. Gardner out to center. This will be a can of corn out there for Castillo, but a run does come in as the inning comes to a close. That run came a little earlier, courtesy of the solo homer by Grace Molitor, and we go to the fourth, 8-3, Slice in command. All right, here we are in the fourth inning. We're having a word with the umpires about one of the calls. I just wanted to check something on the review. And now we begin the fourth with a ball up in the air out towards right. Lamar will make the catch as Weinbarger flies out. One down for the new pitcher, the lefty Aubrey Yarnell. And if her mother, Michelle, is tuning in, now would be the time to hit us up on Twitter. Aubrey Yarnell, the Charlotte 49er, back again in the FGCL. Always a fun presence around here. It was good to catch up yesterday. Redshirt freshman last season for the Niners. Led them in pitching appearances. Started a career at UT Arlington. That one's grounded foul. Last season for Charlotte, 4.28 ERA, 12-9 record, 115 and a third innings pitched, 154 hits, 103 runs, 71 earned, 39 walks, 33 Ks. Coming in for Caitlin Nesbitt. Give you her line in a moment. Alexa Muller walked her first time up. It also says on the Charlotte website that Yarnell's favorite athlete growing up is Lauren Hager. So Michelle Yarnell, if you're out there, I am close friends with Lauren. Been in a group chat together since 2020. Good pitch, called strike. So, if it would be I wonder, Michelle, tell me if Aubrey's met Lauren, and if not, we can probably give her a FaceTime at some point today or this summer. We're all here for a month. Straight up, and the catch made by Brinkman, who found her bearings. 2 down. Yarnell's in for Caitlin Nesbitt, who threw quite well today. 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 0 earned, 2 walks, and a K. It's good stuff. We talked about the Slice offense. Their pitching staff is quite versatile, too. This is going to be a tough team. Tegan Riley. First pitch popped up. It'll be Ella Dodge at second base, and it'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Aubrey Yarnell. Nothing doing for the Skeeters. Just like that. Didn't even give me time to update the score bug. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 8-3 Slice. Top of the order, due up for the Slice. Here in the bottom of the 4th, Kylie Shaw will lead things off. And slap it through the left side for a base hit. Try and keep her off base. I dare you. Good luck. Shaw reaches for the 2nd time today. Now 2 for 2. And always a threat to steal as well. It's Shaw, Brinkman, Dodge. Man, she's going to be good at Auburn. Emma Brinkman. Smoked left field. It's got some carry. It's gone! How in the world do you get out Emma Brinkman? No one has figured it out. 2-run homer. 10-3 Slice. I would like to read a stat. Emma Brinkman now, this summer, is 6 for 6 with 8 RBIs, a homer, 4 doubles, and in this game she is a triple short of the first ever FGCL cycle. Unreal. Here's Ella Dodge. She waits. She smokes. Out to center. She's got one off the wall. Dodge will dig for second. There's her first hit of the summer. And Ella Dodge has made the adjustment. A double right after the homer to put the run rule run on second base. Now, bottom four, Skeeters would still have the top of the fifth, but Slice Bats starting to come even more alive here in the fourth. Lamar waits and shoots it to center. Dodge around third. She will score. Lamar on the error will head to second. RBI single. And the fielding error by Gill will put her on second base. Gill deflected. I think was trying to cut it. And that deflection sent it away from Weinbarger. So now Lamar's on second. This is all happening with nobody out. 11-3 Slice. Shaver waits. Foul ball by a whisker. Lexi Shaver's 0 for 2. Shaver to left field. That catch is made by Barton. Chance to double up the runner, not in time. But I thought for a moment they had her, actually. But the Skeeters are out of challenges. And now, what do you do about Grace Molitor? 2 for 2 with 2 homers. You throw a ball, 1-0. Base hit left field. Lamar will stop at third base. They're on the corners as Molitor continues her tear here in game 2. So what will Sydney Watts do? Ball 1 to the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. Oh, runner took off. The throw was way high. It'll just be a good old-fashioned double steal. It allows Lamar to come in. 12-3 Slice now. Pretty sure Lamar was taken off. No? Yes? What do you think? Foul ball. Full count. Check in on field 2. Bottom 5 over there. 6-0 Queens over the Impact. Here it's 12-3 Slice. Cue ball to short. Good throw, and the runner Molitor will come home. She's out. Double play. Molitor tried to get a little greedy there. And the Skeeters infield was game, but they will need 2 runs to extend the ball game as we go to the 5th. 9-run lead for the Slice here on field 1. Aubrey Arnold will try and shut the door, facing the bottom of the order. And Brooke Steinhorst, who's back in. Steinhorst swings and misses at the first pitch she sees. Slice looking for the run rule victory to sweep the weekend and start 2-0 here this summer. Behind Emma Brinkman and her 4 RBIs. I'll tell you what, the only thing that might keep the Slice from wanting to get the run rule is the fact that Brinkman's a triple away from the cycle, and you'd love to get her another AB. Good job by Steinhorst, waiting on the off speed, single back up the middle, and the game extending run will step up to the plate for the Skeeters. Muller will come out to run for Steinhorst. Squeeze and Mox coming up next at about 2:30 Eastern. Foul ball by Barton. This could be trouble. Just kidding. Nice shot by Dodge, racing over into foul ground to make the catch for the first out. Barton retired. So Adelaide Hawk will try and turn the lineup over. Reached on an error and scored in the 3rd inning. Oh my, look out. Ava Castillo just had to run for the hills on that ferocious foul, 0-1. Blooped in foul ground. Basket catch made by Shaver. Slicing out away, Castillo will try and extend it. She's reached twice on free passes, a walk and a hit by pitch. Scored once in the 3rd inning. Ball 1 to Ava Castillo. Slow roller to short. It'll be Molitor. That's how you finish it. Run rule secured. A 12-3 victory for the Slice to start the summer 2-0, and I'll tell you what, this team looks like a contender. Offense, really powerful, top of the order. Defense, one mistake today, but otherwise extremely strong with multiple double plays, and a diverse pitching staff that gives you options. They looked really, really strong. The Skeeters will drop to 0-2. There are pieces there as well. A lot to build on for both these teams, but this was quite the statement by the Bradenton Slice to win it 12-3 over the Skeeters. They also did it quickly. So we've got about an hour, little under an hour, until the final game of our triple header right here on Field 1. It'll be Rivermox and Squeeze coming up at 2:30. For both of these teams, if you're wondering about Monday's schedule, here it is. The Slice will play the Aquanauts on Field 1, 2:30 Eastern Time on Monday. The Skeeters face the Squeeze at noon Eastern Time on Field 1. So they'll be right back here on Field 1 coming up on Monday after the Sunday off. 12-3, your victory for the Slice over the Skeeters. Winning pitcher is Caitlin Nesbitt, and the loss given to Brooke Steinhorst. And a great day, a big day for Emma Brinkman. 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs, couple runs scored. She is now 6 for 6 with 8 ribbies here this summer. We'll see if she can keep it going on Monday. For Gracie Ashley, I'm Gray Robertson. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Field 1. We'll see you in an hour for River Mocs and Squeeze right here at Palmasola Park in the FGCL.